Hi, it's Walter Burns from Keller Williams City Life Realty and livingonthehudson.com for this week's Living on the Hudson weekly recap. Looking right at the numbers in the Hudson County Multiple Listing Service. Over the past week, there have been 112 properties that have gone under contract, meaning offers that have been accepted on them. Last week, it was up. It was 126. So we're down slightly from last week with 112 properties under contract. These properties had an average list price of $799,000 and a median list price of $727,000. Last week's numbers were 751 for the average and 717 for the median. So this week's numbers, prices that went under contract, properties were more expensive. The average days on market was 27 days, and the median days on the market was 17 days. And last week's number was 31 average and 15 median. So it's around the same time on the market. So properties are selling, the ones that are going into contract are looking at less than 2 to 3, 4 weeks on the market, some less, which I'll show you here in the some of the recent sales that took place. Looking through the list, a couple places that stood out to me. In Edgewater, here you have the Glass House, 3 Somerset Lane, unit 404, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1497 square feet. List price was $1,275,000 on the market for 33 days. The Glass House is in Edgewater. It's the former Unilever site that was built into condos and also apartments and retail. Glass House is a ground-up new construction building built about 5 years ago. Concierge building. They have a pool, residence lounge, on-site fitness center, and it's located right on the Hudson River waterfront. And this unit has gone under contract at the Glass House. It looks like it's a south-facing unit. This site here on the south side will be developed eventually. And then over here is North Bergen. So you're on the border of North Bergen and Edgewater, technically in Edgewater. When you cross into North Bergen, you actually cross into Hudson County. So the taxes in Edgewater are actually slightly lower than if you were to purchase here in Hudson County, which is right over here. That's the watermark, and over here is Rock Harbor. So not far from Hudson County. And this has gone under contract at the Glass House. List price $1,275,000. And when it closes, I'll be happy to report back on what it sold for. In Hoboken, you had Maxwell Place, 1125 Maxwell Lane, unit 525. This is a 2-bed, 2.5-bath, 1,381 square foot unit with parking for 1 car. List price was $1,555,000 on the market for 27 days. This is phase 2 of Maxwell Place, built around 2007. So 1125 Maxwell, you have 4 phases at Maxwell, 1025 and 1125, which are on the waterfront. And then you have 1100 and 1000, which are just behind those buildings off the waterfront. So this is in phase 2, and this has gone under contract at Maxwell Place. Maxwell Place was developed by Toll Brothers. As I mentioned, former Maxwell House coffee site, built in 4 different phases. Concierge building, fitness center, residence lounge, shuttle to and from the Path Station in Hoboken. You also have an outdoor pool. And this listed for $1,555,000 on the market for 27 days and now under contract. Downtown Jersey City, over at Fulton's Landing, 149 Essex Street, Unit 2D. List price was $875,000 on the market for 32 days. 2-bed, 2-bath, 936 square foot unit. It did not come with parking. I actually showed this property when it was in the market. And Fulton's Landing was developed by Pulte Homes around 2004. It's in the Paul's Hook section of downtown Jersey City, not far from Exchange Place Path and Grove Street Path. Ferry to New York is not that far either. And this is a concierge building. They have a residence lounge on the first floor, fitness center on the first floor, big, large common courtyard area as well. A smaller building, only about 6 stories tall. And this was a second floor unit. The unit actually faces east. And this is under contract now at Fulton's Landing. And it was listed for $875. And one recently sold there, which I'll discuss in a few minutes when we go through the sales. Also in downtown Jersey City, you have a unit at the Galleria on Provost. This is one of the few new construction buildings that has been built in the Jersey City area in the last couple of years. The other one being 151 Bay Street. So here you have the Galleria on Provost, smaller new construction building, 12 stories, about 12 stories tall, concierge building. They have a fitness center. They have a large rooftop residence lounge area with an indoor area and an outdoor area as well, like a roof deck area. This is a 3-bed, 3.5 bath, 1,738 square foot unit. List price was $2,300,000 on the market for 3 months, 90 days. It's not uncommon for new construction to stay on the market longer, but this was on the market for 3 months. And you can see this unit faces south and east. So east towards New York and south into downtown Jersey City. And this now is under contract at the Galleria on Provost, which is located at 144 First Street. The developer is almost finished with that project. I think they might have a few units remaining, but it's in that powerhouse Arts District, actually not far from 151 Bay, which is a Toll Brothers building. Also, downtown Jersey City, you had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath at 77 Hudson, unit 3910. List price was $1,275,000. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,072 square foot unit. This is a south-facing unit, so it overlooks Liberty State Park here and looks west towards 70 Green Street, which is the sister tower to 77 Hudson. This is a rental tower, and 77 Hudson being the condominium tower. They were built at the same time in a joint venture partnership with a developer who built the back tower. So here you have a south-facing unit. They are building right now a high-rise on the lot south of 77 Hudson. I believe it's 55 Hudson Street. And that's going to be an exclusive rental building. So some of these views will get impacted when the building reaches the height of the 39th floor. I believe that building is going to be over 60 stories tall that they're building. And if you drive by the area, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I think they're up to like the 20th floor or so, but this has been disclosed for years that they were going to build on that lot. So here you have a building will come up here, but you'll still have some views that will be remaining. And you can see here the aerial shot. 77 Hudson, built by K. Avnanian around 2006. Concierge building. You have an outdoor pool, large a level of amenities. You have a large fitness center, residence lounge, movie theater, golf simulator. So they have a kitchenette area too if you wanted to host parties and reserve the residence lounge area. So it's very nice. And here you have a south-facing 2-bedroom. This is actually, I believe, the smallest 2-bedroom in the building on the south side. They do get larger from here in the community, made up of mostly 2 beds. 2-bedroom plus dens and 1-bedroom layouts. There are a couple of proper 3-bedroom layouts on the higher floors and on the north side. And some owners have combined units, so you have much larger spaces. So that's under contract at 77 Hudson. Journal Square, you had 50 Day Street, penthouse 664. This is Canco Lofts in Journal Square, the former American Can Company building. List price was $729,000. 2-bed, 2.5 bath duplex, 1,475 square feet. On the market for 121 days. And this building is known for its very high ceilings. Former factory. You pass it on Route 1 and 9 when you go on the Pulaski Highway. You see it on the side, off to the left side there when you drive west. Built around 2008, it was converted from a factory into condominiums. And many different layouts in this building. You have 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. Some are duplexes. Some have very high ceilings. So if you like industrial spaces, Canco Lofts is a good option for you. And they have a high-level amenities, residence lounge area, fitness center, concierge building. And All these buildings I'm discussing here will be linked down below. Canco Lofts, this listed for $729,000 over in the Journal Square section of downtown Jersey City. There was one other one here. Gregory Commons, excuse me, that's not it. 530 Gregory Avenue, Unit 410C. This is at Gregory Commons in Weehawken. 2-bedroom, 2-bath duplex, 1375 square feet. List price was $579, on the market for 27 days. This property, Gregory Commons, was built around 1987, 88. It's up on the Palisades Cliff overlooking the Lincoln Tunnel. And it consists of 3 different buildings. It's a concierge community. They have a indoor pool as well as a fitness center. Some of the units have parking on site, and then there's also a parking garage across the street on Gregory Avenue, which many of the units do have parking there. And many of the units are like loft space. So you have a 2-bedroom with a loft. So you have a bedroom area, and then you also have this loft area, which you see up here. So some people use this as a bedroom. Some of the loft spaces are larger. I've seen them with beds up here. So you have, when they call these 2 bedrooms, they're really 1 bedroom with the loft space. And you can see here, some people put a day bed up here or make it a home office. And some people actually have it as a bedroom. And you can see here, Gregory Commons overlooking the helix of the Lincoln Tunnel up here on the Palisades Cliff. And that will be linked down below. A couple things that sold here in Hoboken, Observer Plaza, 415 Newark Street, Unit 12A, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,270 square foot unit. List price was $1,099,000. It sold for $1,050,000. 6 days on the market. It was a cash purchase. This building was built around 2003. It's on Observer Highway in Hoboken. I believe it was originally going to be a rental building, and then they decided to go condo with it. So building has views of New York and overlooking downtown Jersey City as well. So you can see that here through the windows. Steel and concrete building, built around 2003 or so. I remember when they were selling this building off. Elevator building, they have a small gym in the building. I believe at one point they had a part-time concierge. I think right now they might be have a virtual concierge. But you can see here, this unit has views of Midtown Manhattan, and this sold here for $1,050,000, 6 days on the market. Over at the Emerald in downtown Jersey City in the Newport section, 45 River Drive South, penthouse 3414, also a cash purchase, 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,902 square feet, on the market 97 days. List price was $1,890,000, and it sold for $1,800,000. So the Emerald, this is like one of the first high rises in downtown Jersey City, built around 1987. And here you have a high floor penthouse level unit. This building used to be called the James Monroe. Oh, here's the unit. They highlighted it. So east facing unit. The Emerald is a concierge building. They have a fitness center. It does not look like they provided any interior photos, unfortunately. But as you can imagine, it's going to have large views selling for that price and being east facing. Not far from Newport Path. In the Newport section, they have since developed other condominium buildings, including the Shore Club and Park and Shore, and also rental towers. So this is a rental building, another rental, office space. So you have a mixture of exclusive rental buildings, office space, commercial space, as well as condominiums in the Newport section. The Emerald being the oldest of the buildings. The newest one that was built was Park and Shore, which is on Park Lane, a few blocks from here. So this sold for $1,800,000 over at the Emerald. I mentioned earlier a unit at Fulton's Landing, 149 Essex Street, going under contract. Here's one that's sold, Unit 2C, list price $875. It sold for $865. 2-bed, 2-bath, 936 square feet. So this is a similar size unit to the one that just went under contract. And here you have a 2-bedroom selling over at Fulton's Landing. Again, built by Pulte Homes around 2004, 2005 in the Paul's Hook section of downtown Jersey City. Concierge building. They have a fitness center. And this sold for $865,000 on the market for 76 days over at Fulton's Landing. And finally, over in West New York, 9 Ave at Port Imperial, unit 923. This is 9 on the Hudson. List price $999. It's sold for $999. 2-bed, 2.5 bath, 2 full bath, 1,194 square foot unit on the market for 6 days. So it's sold for just under $1 million. And this looks like a western-facing unit towards River Road. This building was built about 5 years ago by K. Ovnanian. Concierge building. They have an outdoor pool, large fitness center, residence lounge area, common rooftop area. And this unit sold $999 with parking over at 9 on the Hudson in West New York. As far as news articles go, a couple things. Hoboken has a very strong rent control ordinance, and they have tightened it up even more so, where the city council passed an ordinance where they're going to make landlords justify their rent increases. So I'll link this down below, and you can read all about it as far as the rent ordinance and the rent increases. In Hoboken, you have a proposed 8-story development, 160 units in the former Hoboken Bus Depot, which is on 15th Street, back like on Clinton and Grand Street. There's all a bunch of vacant lots back there. And here you have a proposal for a 160 unit development over at 1416 Clinton Street. I don't know if they're proposing rentals or sales yet, but it looks like this is what they are proposing in that neighborhood. And then finally, Jersey City has approved this hotel, which I talked about in a couple previous videos, on Newark and Jersey Ave. This is a former bank, and they're going to be incorporating the bank into the structure and building a hotel around the unit, which they're calling the Albion, 72-room hotel, coming soon to downtown Jersey City in the former old bank building that's there. Kind of cool space. So that's coming. I'll link these all down below. And finally, the snapshot of the market will be linked down below over the past week. So this is as of today, and the inventory levels, how many properties went under contract in the last 30 days, and also year to date, how many units have sold. And you can see here the absorption rates, the pace at which each market is selling, and the current inventory levels. This will be linked down below here on YouTube. These videos come out every Monday. If you have any questions about the Hudson County real estate market, you can reach out to me anytime at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-3766. Thank you for your time. Feel free to comment, like, or subscribe down below. Have a great day.